Hi Space Lab, I'm Mariette DiChristina, Editor-in-Chief of Scientific American, and I'm here to answer your space questions. The first one is from War Crazy 75, who asks, will humans ever be able to realistically build a spacecraft to take us to other planets in the universe? Will humans be able to ever leave our own solar system? I love this question. First of all, this is a good news, bad news answer. The good news is it just might be possible. The bad news is it's going to be really, really hard. And in fact, there was a meeting last October called the 100-Year Starship about this very challenge of trying to get to the next star. The nearest star is Alpha Centauri. It's about 4 light years away. The flip side of the 4 light years is if you're trying to travel not at the speed of light, it might take 80,000 years. How you can do that? So they talked about some really exciting ideas there, including things like traveling through a warp bubble, or maybe bending space to create a wormhole, or even using laser beams to power solar sails. The other good news is that in some ways, humans are past our solar system and out to the stars. One of them is a little spacecraft called Voyager 1, which launched in 1974, and it is already 17 billion miles away from Earth. That puts it at the edge of our own solar system, where solar wind coming from our sun stops and interstellar winds begin. The next question is from Dewey Peters 96, who asks, how is the Mars Rover controlled if it takes 20 minutes for the signal to get there? The answer is very carefully. Of course, when it takes 20 minutes to get a signal across, you do have to send signals to the rovers. You know, Mars is a tricky place and everything we do there is brand new. It's practically a robot graveyard as it is. About 2/3 of the missions that have tried to land have either crashed or we've lost them and we don't know what happened. So when they send a signal to the Mars rovers that are there, they send the signal and build a lot of intelligence into the rovers themselves. And they do things like you might do, or I might do, if we were given directions. They're told where to go, but the rovers have some choice in how they do that. And the things they do is, A, they have an odometer on them, so they know how many, let's say turns of the wheel they're taking. They look at the sun to see how it's moving in the sky and they use that as a reference point. They look at the ground around them and they make a kind of 3D map as they go and they plan their steps carefully. And in fact, the rover will stop every so often and compute its next move. So very carefully is how robots tread through Mars. And this week's most thumbed up question comes from Savoir Machine, who asks, what would happen if 2 black holes collided with each other? So imagine 2 black holes, and each one of them may have multiple times the mass of our own sun, which is huge. In fact, there's a black hole at the center of our own Milky Way galaxy that has 4 million times the mass of our own sun. Now imagine these 2 giant engines crossing each other and coming together in the middle of the cosmos somewhere. Big mass, big gravity. What do? Well, when they come together, they create something called a supermassive black hole. And they create ripples when they collide and absorb each other, and these are called gravity waves. And scientists are actually looking for gravity waves as part of relativity theory. They haven't found them quite yet. Thanks for your questions, everybody. Please leave more in the comments below. Remember, we answer 3 more every time. 2 that we really like, and 1 more that gets the most thumbs up, no matter what. Thanks for watching.